Hello everyone, I'm Wisdom Cube and welcome back to another installment of Out from the Underworld. And today, I'm going to be doing the alien of the Smith household, Roger from American Dad. Yeah, I should have done this one sooner if I'm being honest. But yeah, now, Roger, as we all know, crash landed in the 60s when we first find out. However, in another episode, we found out that it was in the 80s that he visited Earth a second time. Yeah. So from there, uh, he found his first family who took him in, but eventually they ended up dying. And from there, Roger went through a bunch of other families until eventually he was captured by the CIA, where he met Stan. However, when Stan was trying to capture Roger, he accidentally knocked himself out, and Roger decided to save him. Yeah, earning him a lifelong debt. Excuse me, a lifelong debt. A lifelong debt of gratitude. Yeah. So from there, Roger ended up living with Stan and his family. However, the CIA has been trying to look for him ever since, so it's up to Stan to keep Roger out of their line of sight. Or else the CIA will interrogate Roger and kill the Smiths because they've been harboring him. Yeah. Now, what can I say about Roger that hasn't been said already? He's petty, he's vengeful, and he can really, go off the handle if you spite him. So don't cross him if I were you. Yeah. Now, in order to interact with the outside world, Roger gets a bunch of costumes and he makes up a bunch of personas. From Wedding Planner Jeannie Gold to Kevin Bacon to Professor Baxter to even Ricky Spanish. Yeah, Ricky Spanish, his most hated persona and the worst one he's ever done. To even a puppet named Mr. Dingleberry. Yeah. Now, the amount of things that Roger has done, whether he's in a costume or not, are downright monstrous. For example, and as Ricky Spanish, he done a bunch of things. I'd list them all, but we'd be here all day. But the worst things he's done is setting a petting zoo on fire, to abandoning Lewis in Tijuana with no way to get home for 6 months, to even framing Steve and letting him take the fall for a sweater heist that he orchestrated with his own partner Daniel, who, mind you, Daniel was also a victim of the sweater heist too. Yeah. Now in another episode, Roger went with Francine to an old woman's funeral who Roger was in a relationship with, but Roger abandoned her on her deathbed, and yeah. Roger waited for her to die to... Sorry, that was a car alarm. But yeah, Roger abandoned her to die, essentially, and wasn't entirely truthful to Francine the whole time. Roger got the old lady's hair as a red wig. But don't worry, he got his comeuppance for it. Yeah. Um, in the 200th episode, he caused the end of the world. Yeah. Um, Granted, this was intentional, but yeah. He was inside a Hadron Collider, and he interrupted the experiment, which resulted in a worldwide energy burst, which killed many people and caused 200 of Roger's personas to, to gain physical form. Yeah. So he caused the apocalypse, essentially. And in the 300 episode, 100 episodes later, um, he essentially was blown into 300 pieces, and if, mind you, okay, because of, early on in the series, Roger ended up producing a golden encrusted turd. Let me say that again. Golden and jewel encrusted turd. Yeah. Yeah. And when the golden turd was planted back into Roger, he blew up into 300 pieces. And because of this, the world was essentially thrown into a state of utopian peace. And because of this, in order to bring chaos back to the world, Roger shipped his mouth. No, I'm not kidding. He shipped the part of his mouth to the Smiths and told him to reassemble him in order to bring the world back into a state of chaos. Because before that, peace was rather boring for the Smiths. So yeah. Another crime Roger committed was when people thought he was Kevin Bacon. Yeah. Remember that episode? Yeah. I watched it recently, but yeah, it was really funny. But getting back on topic, Roger ended up getting into a hit and run accident and ended up framing the real Kevin Bacon for this. Excuse me. But yeah. So Roger's done a lot, from kidnapping Haley when he was obsessed with her, to getting Jeff abducted by his race of aliens, to burying Francine and then later Stan alive because Roger, in a drunken fit, kissed Francine and he didn't want Stan to find out about it. So, he also, excuse me. But yeah, he ended up making Steve think he was adopted because Steve ate his cookie, to even making Steve believe he was accepted at Hogwarts because Roger, feeling petty, decided to mess with him because Steve thought he wasn't special. Steve made Roger feel like he was regular and a nobody, essentially. But yeah, Roger has done a lot. He caused the disco revolution when Stan went back in time to, yeah. What else can I say about Roger? He's killed many people, he's hurt his family in a bunch of ways, and he's caused a ton of crimes. And may the day come when the CIA either finally gets their hands on him or Stan kills him. So, what do you guys think of Roger? Do you guys like him? Do you guys hate him? And what do you think was the worst thing Roger Smith has done on American Dad? I apologize for not making a video of out from the underworld sooner because I couldn't think of anyone to think of. So I apologize in advance for worrying you guys over this. Comment below, let me know. I'm Wisdom Cube, and I hope you guys have a happy new year. Bye.